It's me, and I am just trying to work on a project, and it's kind of hard to do it yourself. Something always comes up that would be so much easier if you had someone to help you, and I know that there's so many people that would help me, and when I do end up reaching out, because I sometimes really need help to do something, it always, definitely like makes me feel good and very thankful. But right now, I'm trying to just get it done, and I don't want to ask for help. But I'm just like, I'm just crying a lot. I'm just drilling into this and crying, and yeah, but I'm just trying to like keep working through it instead of letting it take over me and going to bed and just crying. And this is just me. Like, I go through stuff like this, but I mean, obviously, yeah, when I'm on the medication, my last medication I was on, it wasn't crying like this, but I was so overwhelmed. Like I said, like everything was just too much to even put into words or express, and I couldn't write. Like, if you look back at my posts, there really was a big drop off because I just couldn't go deep. Like, and it did suck. And it's like, there are things that can be like seen as beautiful and special that come through having the struggles. And I know that my ability to write and feel that's one of my favorite things to do, is to just go deep in writing. And even though so many of the times I don't end up sharing it because I feel stupid, and it's just something that like I'm working on overcoming. And I definitely like admire people that I see doing it, because I know it takes a lot, and I know that they're not just like, blind to it, or they face it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just facing it on top of mental illness, and it definitely makes it harder. But I think with what I believe in and what my journey is, I want to face it and I want to share it. It's just very hard to do. It's hard to know if you're going to get better, or, like another comment, like the negative comments always stick with me. It wasn't negative at all. This one wasn't, but it's just like, what are you going to do? You want to share this stuff and have this platform to make this difference, but there comes a point when people who are following you and are like excited and on board with you are gonna start being like, okay, when are you gonna get it together? Like, are we just constant? And that's a fear of mine, is the added pressure of, am I gonna get it together? Like, am I pathetic? Am I weak? Am I strong enough to do this? And I know that the answer is yes, but in those times it far from feels like it. So yeah, but I also know that I want to share the journey, and I know I'm gonna be okay. And I know that I've been scared shitless before, where I felt like everything was gonna fall apart, and I had no idea what I was doing, and everything didn't fall apart, and everything was okay, and I actually ended up making the dean's list, and like all of this stuff that I had no idea I was doing well in, because I was too worried about what was gonna happen. So yeah, just this is me today. And also sometimes I like don't want to share because I worry that like what was I saying? Sometimes I don't want to share because I worry, that like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't know, but it's not like I'm not doing anything. This is a different road, and it's a different journey than, someone else's life. Like, just don't compare your life to others, and that's something I'm learning. And because there are so many different ways to be. So I'm gonna keep on my journey, and I'm gonna try and stick to my, what I believe is my path, and see where it takes me. So I literally feel like I don't even know how to use this saw. Like, maybe it's the wrong kind of saw, but you know, just got it. I think someone said I should get it. Now I'm just trying to make it so that this fits in this for my artwork. But I didn't have like a tool that would have probably been very helpful. So I'm just trying to like I don't understand. Maybe it just because I'm not trying to go really deep. I feel stupid. And I'm just like, okay. Just need to get an indent. That's all that matters. I need a little more. And that's what I'm doing. Gotta go and hang some. A little push up. Don't look at my butt. And if you do, don't judge it. We're all different. And I'm paralyzed. So, okay. Hi, Chris. Ugh. Just getting this pot down.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Doing
You're doing alright? Ugh. I might have jumped a little too soon. A little too fast.
Yeah.
Oh!
I don't know how you do all that shit.
I saved it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that's why everyone's like, your arms look so good. I can't believe how, like, you've been working out during COVID, and I'm like, no, I'm just, like, a crackhead. Like, nobody knows. This is what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of pull-ups and push-ups.
Doing crack can be fun.
Well, like watch, if I'm on the ground and I have to get up and get on this ladder,
Yeah.
like I like push up and then I go,
Okay.
you know? So
Yeah.
it's like a workout.
Yeah. Nice.
Now you know,
Yeah.
if you ever wondered.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Got some food and I got some muriatic acid, and I figure I go dissolve some dead bodies. So.
Oh, nice. Is that for the shells? Nice. That'd be cool.
It doesn't that much. Like, it gets all the grime off, and then you use the acid to like get the rest off, and then it dissolves away the top layer, and it leaves like a whole bunch of really cool color below. So
That's cool.
Just polishing it all up.
I had a question about this
Nice.
saw.
Okay.
I cut like little pieces. I cut little pieces in that log to make it like stay in that.
Okay.
But when I was cutting it, like I'm just like, this doesn't really give you instructions. Like, what kind of saw is this? Because I mean, I just was like pulling one, but maybe it's like, you know, you need to use a drill bit when you first drill, so you have to make lines first, right?
Nice. So not necessarily. This is like a wood saw, so it's got teeth that you see how there's really big teeth and they bend out each way, and then they have like a knife edge on both sides. So that's really typical of like a wood saw. It's meant to go through like softer wood that like chunk out big pieces at a time.
Hey Chris,
So like,
are you okay with being on video?
sure,
Are you?
where?
No, it's down here. But the reason I was like just going for it right when you came was because I was trying to like show how I do things, because I'm trying to really go for that and just like. But I actually made a video earlier of trying to saw and having no idea what I was doing.
I see.
So now you can explain it.
So you now have me on video saying that I'm dissolving dead bodies with
No,
uric acid.
that part's not going to be on there.
Oh, really?
Unless you don't mind.
We'll put it here. So like usually you just put your thumbnail down and.
Oh my god, I wish I had that part.
Nice.
Here's our directions. Put your thumbnail down and then cut your thumbnail.
So you see how you get a channel like that.
So it's like using a drill bit and making the starting hole.
Yeah, sort of.
Because you can,
So it feels like that's actually going to cut pushing forward. But that's the thing that I don't like about some of these saws, is because that's not a stable thing. Like, it's really easy to pull it back.
Yeah,
right?
but it
it's
doesn't
almost
go
like
back
you
and
need to do
forth.
this. See, that's where the cutting happens. You see?
So it's a forward, you push forward to cut it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, like,
but then you can't go back and forth.
I mean, it's meant to just slide backwards after you finish like that.
Oh,
It just doesn't cut like that.
I thought it was a cut both ways, and I thought I was just doing it way
No,
wrong.
I mean, you can cut it backwards. It just won't cut as well. Like, I can do this.
Yeah, but trying to make a straight line and just go consistent and smooth, like.
But that's one thing I'm not a huge fan about wood saws, is that they expect you to push forward. But pushing forward forces the saw to like jump out of the hole.
Oh, yeah, you don't have as much, because you don't have as much strength and control on it, right?
Yeah. But I mean.
Yeah, I see. I just like, and I don't like to YouTube things, so I like to learn by experience or in person. by my neighbor Chris, who walks by every day and helps me.
What's up?
He's an engineer, so it helps a lot.